This nigga in the chat all day, every day. Dion Williams caught falling asleep on bench while watching team play Pistons. What the fuck?
I'm the only candidate in the race who doesn't take a penny in contributions from anyone. The party rules prevent me from debating. If they change the rules, I'll be happy to join it. In the meantime, I'm making the case that Donald Trump has to go.
Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Zion Williamson falls asleep on the bench. Stay tuned for this hilarious video. Hey guys, welcome to The Fumble. I'm Britt Johnson, and riding the bench as he nurses an injury. Probably the longest he's ever spent in Pistons and Pelicans.
Christian Wood gets the first.
That nigga high.
Of course, it started trending on Twitter. One writing, Netflix, are you still watching? You. NBA on TNT also tweeted saying, Zion getting that quick power nap in. And this one, of course, is my favorite. Zion currently in a food coma. Well, time to wake up.
Ain't in no food coma. That nigga popped a perk. That nigga popped a perk, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all. Tell the truth.
We'll know a lot more after practice this week, but it sure sounds like we'll get the long away.
When niggas is injured, y'all think they just sit on the sideline regular? Like, nah, those niggas get pain meds, all type of shit, get their asses right. Fuck out here. That nigga on motherfucking something was in his system, putting him to sleep. Goofy motherfuckers. Alright, let me put that shit in the chat real fast. Zion. Do the board alert on. Lunchtime special. Yo, you know that's crazy that there's never been an instrumental for this song right here. Listen to the beat. There go the instrumental right here. I finally found it. I get high every minute, I could die any minute. Fucking with snake niggas and sleeping with foul bitches. Came through in the latest whip with 2 pounds in it. Heard what the hustlers be. Why is that? I get chills when they talking hustling keys. React, what it do? You don't remember the locks? From dope money to rock money back to dope money. Hold on, let me let you hear the song first. Nah, you don't remember it? There you go. Oh my God, how y'all remember? Nah, ain't no fucking Bad Boys. When I play it, you gonna know it. No.
What?
Listen. Rough Rider Volume 1. Couldn't live the life I live. Why is that? I could die any minute. I get high every minute. Fucking with snake niggas and sleeping with foul bitches. Yo. You don't remember that? I'm about to motherfucker take this instrumental and murder this shit. That's the first time I ever found it. Can't believe True Live is back. Why is that? Because we ride every minute. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news, baby. Let's talk about the news. Tune the fuck in. Matter of fact, let me small box this shit so I can see who writing this shit. Advanced settings, display message. I said I was putting this shit everywhere, right? We don't need to start yet. Let's get it everywhere. Couldn't live the life I live. Why is that? Couldn't live the life I live. Why is that? I done die any minute. I got high any minute. Fucking with. Shouldn't be low batteries, nigga. Man, franchise junkie recruiting track. There we go. Get it out there. We good. I'm watching. Alright, display the message. Irish Tillman Chargers at work watching. You! What's up, cuz? What up with you? You not like right now. Real talk, dog. Talking about niggas' mamas and shit. You owe apology right now. Niggas want to fight, dog.
What I missed?
You wasn't on that day, was you? A nigga Mike said, what?
I swear I thought I heard him say what the fuck I thought I heard him say, but I tried to hold my mouth when my son was like that.
Y'all was on that day. I wasn't paying no attention though.
Yeah, nobody paying no attention.
I'm talking about these one of y'all was just arguing this shit.
That shit was funny as hell. The motherfucking snake, yo, that nigga got mad as hell. I felt that shit like, yo. I said, hold up, let me.
Fuck ain't blow me out, man. I ain't know that was a win. Like, dog. That's a win for you, leave. That shit crazy.
We opened the Pandora's box. Oh, God. Oh, man.
I didn't know that was a win, man. Hey, alright.
Niggas out here getting moral victories.
Hey, I ain't know that. Hey, what's my mean? You play to win the game.
Hey, man, all y'all 9 to 5, all y'all 9 to 5 men, man. Where y'all at, dog? All these high profile job niggas we got. If you ain't on watching the show, it's because you work in a warehouse, bitch. That's why.
You got some headphones. You can tell me.
You got you in the warehouse, dog. You can motherfucking right. Throw your earbuds in, nigga.
Throw your earbuds in. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Look at that. If my nigga Mike giving motherfuckers sleeping medicine before their surgery and he watch it, then I know you go. I know he watch. State Farm.
State Farm is there. You're in good hands with all state.
Oh shit. He passing my home and Aaron Rodgers motherfucking easy.
Oh, shit.
We all at? God damn it.
Something else I heard and I saw on the Jones heard somebody say that damn, scoring 2 and 3 and 7 points first put up 40 and 50. It is like a shutout, right? It was for shutouts. Some donuts in the league. We gotta go talk about the donuts too.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let the donuts slide right now.
Yeah, that's been a theme of the season, baby.
We ain't letting the donuts slide.
Donuts.
That nigga Hilberg kicked 3 on me yesterday and then motherfucking such a greed. He the donut master. Zero burger. The fuck? He swore he was blowing my shit yesterday. Zero burger.
Hey, look, you pissed off, bro. Hey, motherfucking Hero Burger. Like I say, that's why some people don't be in the chat. We play no game because all you've been heard is Anton.
Anthony?
Stop it.
Hit it by Anthony. Stop it, Anthony. I'm all in your ass.
I'm on your ass.
Y'all fucking hate yo. I love Hero, but I hate that nigga, bro. You had me want to kill him yesterday, bro. I was mad as hell. This motherfucker. He said, you ain't gonna let me in your chat. I'm gonna blow your shit because I know you gonna keep looking at your phone. The whole game, I just kept hearing ping. Anthony, why you give me the forced loss, dog? Ping. Put up 60 on me, Ant. Put up 60 on me, Anthony. Ping. Oh, this fucking guy, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, but Hero Burgers, man, nigga stupid. That's my boy though.
Hey, we gonna start. Hey, Hero. Hey, you should feel honored, man. We got a whole segment that's named after you from now on. It's called Zero Burger. Donuts.
Zero Burger.
Do you like that? Do you like that? This portion of the show is sponsored by Zero Burger.
You ever get the feeling that you just can't score?
Oh, Zero Burger.
Is a field goal good enough? Oh my God.
You may be suffering from Zero Burgerness.
Call his number. His area code is 000 000 000 000. Here's Zero Burger. Let's go look at some of these schedules over here and see who got the Zero Burgers. Oh God. Oh yeah, we ain't no Zero Burgers on this schedule. Hold on, let's go to the Jets. Did he Zero Burger anybody?
Yeah.
No Jet Zero Burgers. The Lions get Zero Burger to any zero. Lions only scored 3 against the Cowboys. We count 2, 3, shit like that. That's getting counted, right? Well, we gotta see the 0.
If the opposing team put up a surmountable amount of points.
So what happened if a nigga kick a field goal with like 2 seconds left and shit? Like that don't count, right? It ain't 0. Now we gotta be real. The segment gotta be Zero Burgers, not scoring touchdowns. All right, let's look at the Packers. There's no Zero Burgers on that schedule. Let's about read. I found my first Zero Burgers. Thursday Night Football, 8:20, Week 5. 21-0. Reef beat the title. Oh no, that's Zero Burgers, man. Zero Burgers. You the reason why we doing this shit. Oh, we knew that already. Zero Burgers.
I'm not only
Zero Burgers.
My name is Zero the President.
I'm not only a client. I'm the Zero's president. I'm the Zero Burgers president. All right, Patriots got any Zero Burgers going on? No Zero Burgers. Nah, the Patriots Zero Burgers. Somebody.
Which Patriots? That might be confusing, though, man.
Oh, nah, 14-7. Raiders. The Raiders get 0 burgers. No burgers. He ain't give up no burgers. Rams gave out a burger. Hold on, we almost there. There it go. Damn! Rich the Barber. You are not only a client, you are zero. You've been 0 burger.
Man, give a shout out to the new
Man, we gotta go see this though. We just can't see the 0 burger and not see it happen. 0 burger. Who's this new deadly guy, bro? He really out here putting up numbers. Fucking niggas done let Deadpool in the league and shit. The fuck? This nigga out here. His name Deadly and shit. That nigga probably live in the suburbs. Named Deadly and shit. He woke up one morning and hopped on the CB4 tour bus. Talking about, I'm Deadly. Straight out of Gusto. The crazy motherfucker named Dead Mike. That nigga's crazy. The fuck? I heard giving themselves these names. Oh, fucker. Like crack. Crack ain't been nowhere near a neighborhood that even seen a crack vial on the ground. Talking about my name Crack. The fuck? My name Crack.
Yagami.
Fuck out here. Nah, my favorite player name is Yagami, bro. That's my nigga. I like him, bro. That name hot. I fuck around, let that be a real. Oh no, he is gonna be in real draft. Fuck. Yagami. I love that name, bro. But I just can't get like Yagami. That shit hot. I just can't get down with them the other nigga name. Like the new rookie he got this year. His name motherfucking some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I like Zuko too. Prince Zuko, that's hot. Prince Zuko. I wish he'd like take those motherfucking Japanese names off them corners and really like make it a hot name, but they asked.
So did we say field goals was like 0 burgers? There's another one on his Rams on 22-3.
Who he 22-3?
That was Nano. Nano got 0 burgers, 22-3 earlier.
Nah, 3 points is
that don't count.
That don't count. I kicked the field goal. What's your playbook? Browns. All right, so let's get out of here. Ravens. Did Ravens 0 burgers? Anybody? Nah, it's my brother. I ain't answering that. He got to wait.
No 0 burgers on the Ravens.
No 0 burgers on the Ravens. What about the Redskins? Uh-oh. Cowboys, Redskins, week. It's computer love. That was computer love. What about the Saints? Saints 0 burger, anybody?
48-9.
Nope, no 0 burgers with Saints. Seahawks, did they 0 burger, anybody? Nope. Nope. He did. The Redskins did score 7. Oh no, he only scored 7. Damn, he almost got here a 0 burger. What the fuck? We gonna come back to the Seahawks team. Steelers 0 burger. Anybody? Nope. He almost 0 burger the Texans. Damn.
Oh god damn, the rise and fall. We gonna come back to that game too.
Texans. No 0 burgers.
Oh, he's 0 burger. He's 0 burger. He's 0 burger. 0 burger.
Oh shit!
He started it out.
Damn, he started the 0 burgers. Damn, 49 nothing though.
This is part of the rise of the Texans. We gonna come back to them though.
Okay, 0 burgers, and then the Tennessee Titans. This nigga got it. See, you the king of the 0 burgers because you back to back it.
The Steelers did almost get 0 burger, 35-7 by the Steelers, but we gonna come back to them.
Right. So 0 burgers is on here.
Back 0 burgers.
Yeah, he on here. He almost got away with. He got away with one yesterday with me too, kicking that field goal. 3 pieces with the Vikings not playing games in there. Ain't no 0 burgers now with McCoy around. I'm telling you right now, you ain't 0 burger on McCoy ever. Knock it off. Bears ain't get 0 burger. The one thing I'm gonna tell y'all like this. You know how you just got certain people you respect. Yo, is anybody checked on Lava yet? How you doing with the baby?
He's scared for you, one eye open, one eye closed, 24/7.
Right. Hey man, I respect the man that take care of their kids.
He'll be back.
All right. So we had fun with our 0 name, Crack Down. Nothing to do with drugs. Well, my bad, Crack. I'm from the bottom of the bottom, my nigga. When I see Crack, and down and all that shit. I'm thinking hood shit. I'm thinking crack vials. I'm thinking motherfucking your auntie, your uncle, all that shit. You heard? I know you a fuck. I know hashtag geek bitch. I get it. Fuck. I'm gonna type that on my shit. It has nothing to do with drugs, man. None at all.
Still a zero. Let's finish going through the zero burgers.
Who else zero burger?
Zero burger of the year, $82.
Bro, he got that shit. That was a ooh baby out this world. Oh my god.
That wasn't a computer game. Broncos got zero burgers.
That wasn't no fucking computer game. That was a 20. Yo, bro.
I said it wasn't no computer game either.
Nah, but look, before we kill him, I'm gonna just tell you what he said to me. All right, so before I do that, just remember this. In that third quarter, I got the ball first. So when I scored with 12 seconds left, ran threw a bomb on him. So that gave me the 21 in the second quarter and got the ball right back. But in that third quarter, I literally came out and ran power football all the way down to the red zone. And then when I got to the fucking 4-yard line, I threw 3 straight fades on him and they kicked the field goal. But when he got the ball back, it was a minute left in the third quarter. So I took that whole clock up on purpose. Now, with that being said, I ended up getting 30 in the fourth, but the nigga said he was already out of it and he knew his schedule was all fucked up, that he wasn't really going to be a competition. So he was just bullshitting, he said. So he was like, could you see me running around my linebacker? And I saw him running in circles with his linebacker and shit and doing dumb shit. So maybe if he played, because I told y'all when I've played him, the last 3 times we've played, I only beaten him by 10 points when he's really playing me. So I do believe some of him saying that he just let that happen. He didn't give a fuck. I think he's telling the truth. I think I was locked in. I don't think I would have put 82 up on him if he was really playing. So before we make fun of him, fun of the 82 burger being the motherfucking biggest burger of all time this year, motherfucking part of it was him. All right, so that's just me showing him some love.
You want a Mondo burger?
You want a Mondo burger?
And you say, what's name got away with one yesterday? Titans.
Yeah, Harold Burgers got away with his zero burgers, and he was butt balling me. So I made my mind up. I would 21-0 him versus trying to put up 60, because he was DMing me the whole time. Put up 60 on me, buddy. Put up 60 on me, Anthony. You gonna put up 60 on me? This nigga was mad. I gave him a forced loss at 1-10, bro, and was bitching about it. You should have 50-50 that. You should have 50. I know what you're doing. You got my draft pick. I said, yup. I go, yup, that's what you want to hear right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Part of it is but the other part of it is you still have your picks rounds 3 through 7. Like, do it make sense that what are you like? I could see if you was playing him yourself and you got the win, then you get the week 13 upgrades and all that for beating a playoff team, because it was the Bucks he was playing. But we talking about a 50-50 in a game where you're one and your only win is a computer game.
So 50-63, that's not zero.
Where you get that? Where you at? We still on these zero burgers, right? So we on zero burgers team right now. That's where you at?
Oh yeah, I'm going through. I'm just looking at different stuff.
Let's go through it. Week 1, 35-10. Week 2, 20-35. Rock with me. Browns 24-45. Then he got zero burger. Then he put 14 up on you. Came off his bye. Had a great game with the Patriots. First win. That was his first win. Ravens 29-40. He rocked with Boom. Falcons, he lost by 1. 22-19, lost by 3 to you. Bengals got him 37-10. Bucks got him 23-17 off a forced loss. And then I got him, this was actually 21-3 when he started excessive grieving me. He got the Saints, Steelers, and Texans. These all potential burgers right here. They all burgers right here. Saints, Steelers, and Texans all are potential zero burgers for him right now. I'm saying, do we give him some type of award if he gets zero burger these 3 games? Do we give him an award? He get one more zero burger. That's the most in one season.
Shaq and the food. Man.
Have we ever seen anybody in our league give up get zero burger more than 3 times? 3 times or more. All right, fellas, we've been talking. We got y'all on right now, man. 6 people watching right now, 5 commenting. And here's the thing, man. Lunchtime special, late afternoon type situations going on over here. We got a lot to get to, man. We got some new members in the league right now, new but old members and shit right now. The 2 live crew is back. And honestly, we got the two that's back is the 2 that we expected to come back, that we wanted back in the league, and that's the boy Anton and the boy they already asleep. Oh shit, you put them to sleep already? Okay. Anyway, shout out to McCoy and Anton for joining the squad back again, man. It was long overdue. Glad to have y'all back. Take shit though. Gotta take a shit though. Waiting for really, Mike? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you having to take a shit right now, Doc. Yeah, wash your hands before you get somebody some drugs and some sleeping medicine. They gonna go to sleep smelling shit.
Matter on your fingers, man.
They gonna go to sleep smelling shit all the whole time through their whole operation. Like, man, they gonna wake up, Doc, this was good. I was asleep, but for some reason I just smelled shit.
Poo poo boy.
Poo poo fingers. Little light tissue fingers. Little light tissue fingers. Alright, so again, so you know, we definitely got the trade talk segment, see what's going on in the trade world. And then the rise and the fall of some teams right now, man. We are week 14 right now. We are getting down to the nitty gritty right now. Playoffs. We got some top teams sitting here. Bro, we play to win the game, but we got some top teams sitting in a bubble right now, not knowing if they're gonna make the playoffs right now, right? That's big right now. Like, guys, the familiar faces is looking like might not work this year. Like, things gotta happen.
Some new faces.
We need some magic. We need some magic running around right now, man. What else we talking about? You know, we definitely got to talk about stats and the difference between computer love and motherfucking actual stats and going on and games being played and shit like that. For no reason to my claim of me saying this. If a guy play a computer, so be it. I have no problem with it and all that. But here's my thing. When it get late like this, sometimes people start ducking and shit. You can't do nothing about it. But we was looking at stats today, looking at some things right now, man. And a lot of pull away came. Like, the league was kind of balanced, but when you start getting these computer games coming through, and shit, I'm a victim of this myself. Just playing a computer against Hellburgers just now. Was able to get stats with receivers and shit like that, which picked them in a good situation. So anytime you play the computer, you know how, because some guys get on here and play the computer can't even win that game. But then there's the guys that understand how to play the computer and know how to get the stats and shit like that. So when we do talk about stats, I'm going to separate it. And if you feel like I'm disrespecting you, oh well. Because I'm not. But there's a difference between where the league was at, when everybody's playing their games, and where it becomes stat-wise when you're not playing games. Simple as that. All right, so we're gonna talk about stats. I want to talk about some things that's happening with some of these real players in our league, like the actual players niggas drafting and shit. Some of the stuff that's going down with them. And I want to give a shout out to guys that's turned their franchises around. People that's playing really good football. You know, and some people that's, you know, on the bubble again. We said we talk about all that, but before we get into all that, right now, man, let's open up the trade conversation. What's going on in the trade world, Cobra Commander?
Ain't no big trades out there, really. Coach as usual, we did send Ed Oliver over to the Rams for first. 25 D-line, superstar D-line.
So when you talk about trades, you know the coach is always in the mix of something right now. So let's talk about the last one that was made. This Rams trade, 2024 first round draft pick, goes to the Colts. Coach sent Ed Oliver to the Rams, but the Rams also sent D tackle, I think second year man, Floyd Perryman to the Colts, 99 strength D tackle. So you probably, I mean, me personally, you replaced that Ed Oliver. You're not going to replace Ed Oliver with Floyd Perryman, but he has the potential to be Ed Oliver to me. But I don't know. I don't think Ed Oliver ever got comfortable as a Colt. Is it safe to say that?
He was kind of expendable after acquiring Miles Garrett.
All right, so Ed Oliver was in your plans, because to me, I think this was, I'm gonna grab this nigga. I know somebody gonna give me something for him. That's what I thought he was.
Nah, he was gonna play on the line with Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars, you know, everybody running on this game, so he's definitely required to short that O-line, that D-line. But you know, shortly after that, somehow in the world, Miles Garrett came calling.
Right.
And he had to break the bank for him, so you can take Miles Garrett very hands down. I mean, we can sign Oliver and Star Wars for
all right, so if I was to go down on trade, you'll see a whole shitload of what's the name trade? Oh yeah, Jaguars traded the Ravens traded the 6'5" safety to the Jaguars for a third. Jaguars turned around and traded them to the Redskins for a second. That might rub it right. What? Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Mike. Anyway, yeah, so outside of that, then we had a big trade that was made as far as teams. The Redskins became the Patriots became the Redskins, and we did allow them to take their entire team with each other. We needed a switch like that. Now, a lot of you guys, you know, going into real draft, we are coming up with a way where guys can leave the teams that they have and trade. Like, so for example, I'm not talking about what we let the Patriots and Redskins do. That was something that I felt needed to be done to get Onk out of the NFC East. It was getting to the point they don't even want to play each other over there. I don't care who fault it was or what, but I got tired of that shit, so I needed that to happen. But we are going to do some things where let's say Snake don't want the coach and he want to go to the NFC West, and Bigavelli want to leave the NFC West. They can, you know, all right, what's up, bro? I'm gonna take your team, take mine, type situation. You know, we are going to allow that to happen during the process of real draft, when we start doing the real draft rosters, and we will be allowing people. I mean, again, the coaching firing will go on the next 2 seasons. So if you get fired, you're not getting your team back. So, but you better pay attention to me saying this. You get fired, you will not get your team back. So let's just say, for example, Iris might get fired and Nano get fired, and they're the only 2 that got fired that year. Well, that means Iris Mike is going to be a 49er coach, and Nano is going to have to be a Chargers coach. All right, so anybody that get fired, you can't get your team back. You got to go to another team that's fired already. Simple as that. So we're working out the kinks of how we're going to do this, but we will give people opportunities to change divisions if that's what they want to do, and know you're not taking your team with you. All right, so that's the trade atmosphere, man. All right, so Snake, man, we talked about our show today and what we was going to do with it. I think this is going to be a great show, man. What are we talking about first, my boy?
Man, touched on it. We got a couple new members and a couple things. Just want to welcome the new guys to the league right quick. Welcome back, fellas.
Right. So that made the NFC tougher in my eyes, man. Like we said, the AFC was the more tougher division, but with McCoy joining the NFC South, let's just see what I'm raised. Let's go look at it. Where's it at? I'm looking for it. We'll find it. Here we go. Standings. All right. So obviously the Anton took the Cardinals, who had no wins yet. But now let's look at the NFC North real fast. All right. So you got the Lions at 6-6. Bears at 5-8, and the Vikings at 4-9. Is McCoy out of winning this division right now? Did he come into a situation where he still got a shot to win the division?
He still got a shot to win the division.
Well, because the Lions is great, take another loss right there, so that'll be 6-7. And then you got the Bears at 5-8 and McCoy at 4-9. So if McCoy can win out right now and win out, what are you gonna finish 7-9?
Yeah.
If he could finish 7-9, he got a shot to win this division.
Same thing with the Rams. Rams came in 4-4.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the Rams. Deadly too. We got another member over there in the NFC. All right, so my question to you is, the Rams is sitting on top of this division. He came in 4-4, right?
Yep.
He lost to Crack and one other game, and then the Seahawks are 7-6. Yeah, Nano 4-5-8, and the Cards 0-13. So we won't really see nothing from Anton until at the season's end. Once he has his off season, we'll really get to see what he gonna do. But he did give the 49ers a game, 30-31. Let's talk about these Seahawks, bro. They was on a 5-game losing streak over here. Our title was Rise and Fall, man. Let's get to the Seahawks and see what's going on over there right now. All right, so we all know, we had this already on one of our episodes, how the Seahawks after last year blew his team up. But he ain't really blow it up. He just got rid of a shitload of top players and starters on his team, and he reloaded. So we know that already. I'm not gonna go to his roster and show what he did and all that. But I've had a talk with Big Avelli, so this conversation is needed right now. So we get to the Seahawks roster right now, and let's talk about what type of season they were having. So they started off
6-1.
Yeah, they started off 6-1. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Yep, lost to the Browns 27-20. We'll come back to that. So then, yeah, so he started off 6-1, and then it was
Lost to the
Cowboys 41-19. Came off his bye. Then he went to the AFC North tour, lost 40-33. Then the Bengals got him 49-16. Then the Rams come in, new owner, Deadly comes in and get him 31-10. And then Black get him 21-7 here. And then he,
from the AFC just now.
right, then he just beat the brakes off of Rich the Barber, which the game dropped supposedly, and played it over. All right, so he ends with 49ers, Eagles, and Steelers. Is the Seahawks making the playoffs? And he's on that push right now. So this is a rise or a fall, just a fall situation, right?
It's definitely a fall situation, but we started out hot 6-1, so it's one of the things where we were saying before, we can't always give people just excuses for having young players. But it is going to take a fall early on, so if we praise them early on for being up there, you got to tell them about themselves right down right now. They lost in 5 games. It's like that AFC tour. Keep telling folks AFC tough.
All right, so let's get back to your argument with them. Your argument over there was the AFC is not as strong as the AFC and all that, and then he comes out 6-1, and then he goes into his AFC tour. But look, even in that 6-1 stretch, he lost to the AFC North Browns. Then he loses to the Cowboys. Cowboys kind of got his number right now. Then you come back, then you lose to the Ravens, Bengals. And Black was actually the Patriots, another AFC team, so now he's over there, so you lose there. So I'm going to count that as an AFC team still for right now. So all your losses really came outside the jungle, came from the AFC right now. But what's the fall though? What's the fall? What happened from 6-1 outside of playing the AFC? So you think it's just he played the AFC, so his schedule he played dogs this year?
Had a little bit tougher opponents over there. Added Deadly to it. Jungle in all respect, even more Super Bowls in the league than anybody.
Right.
Came across that maybe his youngest. I don't know. I ain't watched his game. Maybe his youngest showed up in a tough schedule. He's had a tough schedule. He just didn't weather that storm over there. Still got to see crack. We've been in the AFC, deep in the AFC playoffs every year.
All right, so
AFC's deep.
So me talking to him, I asked him, I'm like, because I was going through the same shit he going through earlier. So I talked to him about it. Like, so here's my opinion on what's going on over here. Being in season 5, when everybody has their team pretty much built to their liking right now, and the structure of your team is great, you go get rid of seven starters. And even though you can replace them with good talent, you still got rid of 7 starters. And me personally, I think that's his effect. Getting rid of 7 starters and bringing in 7 new ones, no matter if they was on your roster or rookies or playing already, whatever the case may be, you got 7 spots that you changed. And I think that played a part in why he's losing these games, along with who he's playing. But talking to him, he's saying it's his quarterback right now. So let's go to stats. He's saying his quarterback right now can't make a throw.
We've had the conversation since about halfway through the season, the youngsters will start playing better.
Mm-hmm.
He weathered the early part of the season with the youngsters. We got them in place. You can't really just say
So you don't see nothing outside of it being a level of competition, period. Because like you said, I started off on a 5-game losing. I won 2, then lost 5 straight, and then we're on a nice little winning streak right now. And I said it, by my bye, my young players will start being dogs, and they'll start developing. They'll open up their superstar stuff and all that, and they'll start playing now. And I feel that. I feel like my guys' numbers. If I went through my team and looked at the numbers early on to what's going on right now, you can see the difference in those linebackers and DBs is on the field and receivers and all that. You can see the difference. So Big Avelli started off with those young boys playing early, right? And then but now we're getting late. Yeah. All right, so
a little bit better, so you got to adjust for some to just to step some of the athletes.
But do you think it's right? So so you saying it's the schedule and the opponents he playing more than anything? Because Jalen McCain, let's go talk about the sophomore year. All right, so I'm gonna click on him real fast and just go overall stats. Look at his career stats. All right, so in 2022, he threw for he had 108.4 QB rate and 3,972 yards. He threw 50 touchdowns versus 28 INTs. He was sacked 48 times, but he had a 62% completion ratio. This year, he's at 101.7, 3,151 yards, 27 touchdowns, 20 INTs, but he has 66% completion right now. So, is he having a worse season or a better season right now? Still got 3 games left.
Still got some games left, but definitely not throwing as many touchdowns, but and has more sacks to this point, but a lot of that could be due to the level of competition.
Right, so no matter what conversation we have with this guy, his team, it comes down to the level of competition. And on defense, let's look at the young guys that's playing. So he had to replace what's the linebacker with the one arm name? He had to replace him. He had to replace that Starworth. He replaced the corners. He replaced like 2 corners. The Reggie Salas has got 4 INTs as a rookie right now. All right, so I mean that's the fall right now. Yeah. Yeah, he replaced the linebacker. He replaced 2 offensive linemen. Let's look at the offensive line. Let's see what his offensive line stats look like right now, because he did replace 2.
He got a lot of stuff. Some of the veterans will overcome some of the things that they've been close games. Veterans will play better.
Well, Paul McCoy is a veteran right now, and he's given up 11 sacks on the year. Alonzo Vine, as a rookie, gave up 8 sacks. You got Anthony Black in his second year, gave up 7 sacks, and Malcolm Sarah, rookie Michigan center, 4 sacks, and Eli Sessions 3 sacks. So I mean, yeah, you're giving up sacks this year. And then on the defensive side, right? I mean, you got Roy Mathis as a rookie with 17 sacks. This is big, bro. Pepper Johnson's been around, 12 sacks from last year into this year. Case Ryan's been around, 7 sacks. Deontay Payne's been around, 6 sacks. Nah, this is a rookie, 6 sacks for the rookie right now. And Henry Waddle, another rookie, D-tackle, 4 sacks. So he do got a lot of rookies playing right now. Redwine came over in free agency, 9 INTs. His Reggie Salas, and like number 3 pick in the draft, 4 picks right now, and Adrian Kogel with 3. He got a lot of guys with 1 INT, but he's not getting the turnover that he usually get. And again, that comes down to the level of competition he's playing. So you're right. So my question to you is the Seahawks in trouble right now?
His team being so young, I mean, maybe this year might be a little bit. Looking at the standings, you're like he's gonna be trying to fight for a playoff berth over here, especially if the Vikings keep winning well.
Do he make the playoffs?
He's fighting for it. Rise and fall.
I mean, he got the Niners, Eagles, and Steelers left. He got a potential out of these 3 games left. I think he can win 2 of them at least.
2 of them.
So he won 2 of these games with that pity mat. 9-6. I mean 10-6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. It's gonna put him at 10-6.
Still got a chance.
If he finished 10-6, is he a playoff team?
He might be.
He got to win these next 3 games. He got to win these next 3 games to have a shot, right? Because if you go look at the standings right now, let's go look at the standings. Damn, my boy Bigavelli, I feel you, my boy, because I'm in the same boat. Let's look at the NFC side of it. So the NFC North, we know they only sending 1, right? And it's between the Lions, Bears, and Vikings. NFC South gonna send 2. 12-1 Saints, 11-2 Bucks. Both of them going with 3 games left. NFC East, right now the Cowboys are at 11-2, but these Redskins are sitting at 9-4 right now, and he still has a pressure point with the Giants at 7-6. But he will have the head up over the Giants. So if the Giants don't lose another game, he still has the head up game they played each other. So if they both finish 10-6, he should get in over the Giants right now. And then you go to the West right now.
It looks like it's gonna be the Bucks and the Redskins and the Giants. So the Seahawks need help.
All right, so the Rams at 8-5. Who does the Rams play? Who is last couple of games?
I think it was the Bucks, Redskins, and back real quick.
When you trade away your whole team, bro, the struggle is there.
Cardinals, Redskins, and Bucks.
Cardinals, Redskins, and Bucks. All right, so the Rams, if the Rams win out, period, the Rams win the division, and the Seahawks are looking for a wild card spot. So he could finish 10-6 and still he could finish 10-6, but if he take one more loss, it's a wrap for the Seahawks. Seahawks is really on notice right now. He kind of in the same boat I'm in right now. He take one more loss, he's on the what's his name right now. So that's definitely rise to the fall. You can't start off 6-1 and then come back into the final part of your season with 5 losses in that run. So he got 3 games left to make the playoffs right now. So I think his fate at 10-6 is still not in his own hands. At 10-6, he still needs some things to happen over there for him to make the playoffs right now.
Redskins won 2 of the last 3 games.
If the Redskins win 2,
the Bucks already at 11 wins.
Right. But
Redskins at 9 wins. And the Redskins remaining schedule is. They got the Rams.
why are you looking at that?
Redskins play the Giants, Rams, and 49ers.
Giants, Rams, and 49ers. All right, so the Redskins, Giants, Rams. Let's just say he loses to the Rams, but he can beat the Giants and the 49ers.
He's in.
He's in? Okay, so the Redskins need to win 2 out of the last 3 to get in. Seahawks need to win all 3 to have a fighting chance to be in.
That's still tie them up, right?
But then he need help. He need the Rams to drop 2. He need the Rams to drop 2 for him to be considered and winning that division right now. All right, so right now the NFC picture look like this. You got the Saints, who looking like they'll get the first round bye if they don't lose another game. Cowboys at 11-2, same thing. We'll get the first round bye, second place schedule. The Bucks is sitting at 11-2. Even though the Bucks have the 3rd best record and tie for the 2nd best record in the NFC, if the Saints win the division, that automatically drops the Bucks to at least the 5th seed in the playoffs. So right now you got the Saints at 1. Cowboys at 2, that's the NFC East, and the NFC South has the first round bye. The 3rd seed will be the Rams at 8-5. If they win out, the Rams will get the 3rd seed over here. The 4th seed will be the winners out of the Lions, Bears, and the Vikings division, which is the North. Will get the 4th seed, and then the 5th seed will be the Bucks, and the 6th seed will be the Redskins or the Seahawks. Comes down to them 2. With the Eagles having a slight chance to, depending on if people lose 3 games or not. And the Giants too. Yeah, the Eagles out of it. Giants can hold his own fate right now. So it comes down to the Giants, Seahawks for the 6th seed, and the Redskins for the 6th seed over here. That's the NFC, man. That's what's going on over there. Now, the hot team over here is the Saints. After not making the playoffs last year, the Saints is 12-1 right now. He won 12 straight ball games right now. Lost his first, hasn't lost another game since.
Made a couple moves this season, early on in the season. Got him a quarterback, got him a speed, and a wide receivers. Get him some GM out here, and it's paying off for him.
Completely paying off. Yep, and that record and that 12-game winning streak, along with the trades and stuff he made to put himself in a mix, gives us a discussion of GM of the year. Now, we like the Seahawks, what he was doing at 6-1 as GM of the year, but then that drop off happened. So does that put the Saints in front of him right now as GM of the year?
That goes back to that question when we talking about GM and coach of the GM and coach of the year. Those two separate categories, they go 1-1. I mean, the Saints are definitely in the conversation, though. Just overall.
Right. All right. So Jungle's still sitting at 11-2 in a year where he really working on a rookie running back right now. He still was able to fucking pull off 11 wins, and sitting right at the spot to be able to be the NFC, have the best record in the NFC and get the #1 seed throughout. Or he's sitting at 2 right now. The Bucks' fate can also change too. His big game coming up at Advance, playing against the Jaguars. So the Bucks can hold his own fate too, coming down the line, down the stretch. This is big though. The Bucks can play spoiler in a lot of situations coming up too. So now when we get to the AFC, any other teams are like we looked at on a rise. So the Saints is on a rise. The next team I see that I see that's on a rise right now. You go look at the NFL standings. I'm sorry. The next team I'm looking at on a rise right now, because the Bucks is on a rise too though, bro. Like he ain't make the playoffs last year. He back up after trading and getting rid of players. He rolls back up.
It's something we called, or I know I definitely called. I said he had a rookie QB last year, and this year he definitely will step back up in the ground.
Right.
Another early season team that we had on the rise and fall along with the Seahawks. Probably our AFC team got to be the Titans. The Texans, the Titans.
Yeah, but the rise, before we go to the fall, but the rise I like over here is the Broncos on this 9-game winning streak right now, 10-2. Let's talk about it. Let's get to these Broncos and DC Hitter, what he's doing over there. So when you talk about methodical and shit like that, you know, we call Knox the methodical coach over here and all that. But when it comes down to GMing and putting a team together, I think we ignore the fact that DC Hitter has done a hell of a job with this team, period. With this Broncos team, taking one of the top 5 worst teams to play with in the franchise, and what he's done with it. Mostly through the draft. And can we put him in the conversation of GM of the year?
Like he's about to have you have a new face in the playoff. Right now, Shitter's sitting over here with only 2 losses this season.
And his only problem is the Chiefs is undefeated, and because the Chiefs win that division, and even if he beat the Chiefs at Advance, that'll give the Chiefs 1 loss. So he needs the Chiefs to drop. Boone needs to beat the Chiefs, and then Hitter needs to beat the Chiefs. And then we be talking about the Broncos as the #1 team in the AFC this year. That's huge, bro. That's huge. I know it's a lot of ifs, but we still got the Chiefs playing the Ravens right now, and he does got to play the Broncos again, and he barely beat the Broncos the first game they played early on in the year week 1, I think it was, they played. So let's go look at the AFC West standings right fast. All right, so the Chiefs is already in the playoffs no matter what, with 13-0, 13-game winning streak as always. We know Chiefs been in this situation every year, so we get it. So right now, when we talk about the Chiefs, it's winning the playoffs or nothing else matters, period. But the Broncos sitting at 10-2 right now with 3 games left. One versus the Lions. You got the Vikings, Chiefs left on his schedule right now. All the potential games he can win. Now McCoy can come and play spoiler in this situation, but if he can knock off these Chiefs when they play, and he don't lose another game right now, and the Ravens can sneak and get the Chiefs, then we looking at Hitter as the #1 team in the AFC, bro, right now. So that's huge right now. So when you look at the AFC North right now, Steelers are sitting at 10-3, Bengals sitting at 9-3, but these schedules are sick over here. So the Browns at 6-6, Ravens at 6-6. If the Browns or Ravens lose another game, their playoff shot is done, right?
Yep, be the first hit that
Like the Ravens ain't make the playoffs. So my thing is this. So the Browns and the Ravens, the Browns play the Bengals tonight, and the Ravens play the Colts tonight. Neither one of them, they both must win. So while I'm looking at this, can we go over the remainder of the Browns schedule? Because this is some good talk right here, man. This is some good talk right now. So let's look at the Browns' fate right now. All right. So I'm sitting on the Browns roster schedule right now, and let's go to the remainder schedule. All right, so again, he has the Bengals tonight, then he has the Steelers, then he got the 49ers and the Cardinals. So if you look at these 4 games left, is there safe to say week 16 and 17 is guaranteed wins for him?
Who you got again?
At week 16 he played the 49ers, and at week 17 he played Anton and the Cardinals. But week 14 he got the Bengals tonight, and then he got the Steelers at advance.
Sheesh. I'm looking at the Ravens schedule. They got the Colts tonight, and they got the Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals.
Right.
So like, sheesh. It'll be the first year we might not see 2 of them in that division of the playoffs.
I think this has the potential for only one of them making the playoffs right now, and we kind of need that to happen for some of these other teams. So I know I need it to happen. I need the Browns. I need the Steelers or the Steelers.
One of them definitely not gonna make it, but it's a chance maybe 2 of them not gonna make it. This hitter automatically get a wild card spot. That's only one other wild card.
Hitter gonna get the 5th seed no matter what. If Falk wins that division, no matter what hitter record is, he's getting the 5th seed.
So it's only one other team. It's only one other spot left. Keep talking.
I mean, the AFC crazy. These last 3 to 4 games is nuts right now. Because if you go to the Bengals schedule right now. Here's where it get tricky at right now. You go to the Bengals right now. The Bengals got the Browns at 7:30 tonight. Then he got his uncle, the Texans, which his uncle can't bribe him. Yo, let me take the win and all that. Can't do all that tonight. That game completely means something tonight. I mean, when they play, this is a big game right here.
Actually, have the same record, and that's playing for that could be actually playing for the final playoff wild card.
That could be playing for the 6th seed.
He could be knocked out of first position.
Nah, both of them playing for the same reason. Look, both of them playing for either the 6th seed or both of them playing for the division right now. Just think about that. Just think about it, because the Bengals is only 1 game behind Crack right now, and they play each other.
It could mean the loser of this game could be out the playoffs. In all honesty.
So
lose it because actually it looks like it's gonna come down to the Jags and the Texans to win the division. Texans lose 1 more game, then he has to fight for the division.
Right.
The loser of this game could be out of the 6th seed in the playoffs right now. That could be for playoff work.
So with the Bengals got 3 losses right now, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3 losses. The Bengals got 3 losses right now with a potential of top playoff teams he played left is the Browns, Texans, and then the Ravens. All right, I'm gonna just say the Raiders ain't gonna beat him if he even play that game. So if the Browns if he dropped 3 out of the last 4 games, that gives him 6 losses, which can knock him completely out the playoffs or to the 6th seed. Period. So it's big. It's coming down the stretch. It's just huge right now. Then you got the Steelers, who's sitting in first place over here, right? But only by game, because they both got 3 losses right now. And then the Steelers, which he took care of the Texans 35-7. But the Steelers still got the Browns on his schedule. He got 0 burgers, and then he got the Seahawks right now.
Is it safe to say he's going to give out a 0 burger?
Man, but look, he could potentially, let's just say the Steelers lose 2 out of these 3 games. That gives him 5 losses, and he still wins the division.
Awesome.
If the Bengals don't win, like if the Bengals drop, if the Bengals drop 3 games, like whatever. Okay, so it's still a fight right now. Like that's crazy.
That's been one of my arguments is the depth in the AFC. There's just a lot of depth to where these last week games definitely mean something for a lot of seasons. So,
right.
In all honesty, right now, outside of Falk, Chiefs up top, and then he still technically can lose 2 games, but the seasons could change up in 1 week, just 1 week worth of games. right now.
Right, that fast.
AFC could be changed up.
I mean, coming looking on paper right now, if the Browns beat the Steelers week 15, the Steelers beat the Titans week 16, and the Big Avelli beat the Steelers week 17, that gives the Steelers 5 losses right now. And if he wins the division, he still has the third seed no matter what. So 5 losses can get him the 3rd seed, and 1 loss is still keep him at 3rd. It won't change anything. Gonna win his division no matter what. But depending on what happens with these Bengals games too. 6 will have you out, but I don't see him losing 3 out of these. Yeah, Zero Burgers can't beat him. All right. So when you talk about a big fall, you come over here to these Texans, and the Texans started off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-0. Went to his bye, lost to the Browns. Beat the Panthers. This game was closer than that 42-28. Really snuck past the Ravens 28-27. Lost to the Bucks 55-27. Lost to the Jags 14-18. Lost to the Steelers. He on a 3-game losing streak right now. With the Bengals, Saints left, I don't see Zero Burgers giving him a problem at all. I mean, Zero Burgers could steal something over here if he played football the way he playing, which is eat the clock, take his time, let his defense play for him and really control the game through the clock while management and all that. But the Bengals and the Saints right here, these 2 games is huge for the Texans' fate, because if he drop these 2 games, it's over with for him.
Man, this is kind of what we predicted.
He went from
that boom might snack, be able to snack him right there, but he just boom. But he went from 8-0, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 8-0 at the bye.
He was 6-0 at the bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-0 at the bye. Came out the bye. We won a close game, 28-31, lost to the Browns. That made it 7-1. So he actually started out 9-1. Now on a 3-game losing streak with 4 losses. He got his fingers. There's nothing coming up. They don't take no bribes that game, because if you lose, you could be out of the playoffs too, Bengals.
Right.
You got one of the hottest teams in the league, the Saints. It's definitely a thing that we need to watch. A thing for the rise and fall, man. One of the best records to a 6th seed or out the playoffs. Like 5 or 6 losses to get you out. He got Zero Burger at the end, so since he started the Zero Burger, I mean, he got 2 tough games coming up. Man, we definitely got to watch that.
Like, this shit is crazy down the stretch right now, man, because a lot of things can change right now. Because if you go look at the standings right now, the Jaguars went from the 3rd seed, the 3rd team in the division.
Started out 0-5. What you start?
Nah, we started off 2-5. 2-5. We beat the Bengals, beat the Titans, then we lost to the Steelers, Saints, Ravens, Texans, Chiefs. Going to the bye, we came out the bye, and we beat the Colts, Bills, Browns, Colts, Texans, Titans, but we got the Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers left on schedule right now. So that Bucks game is huge. It's huge.
So, we go back for a little bit. We gave Knox a love when he was going through his stretch. You started out 2-5. And you traded some of your players, had some young rookies over there on the defensive side. But
7 new starters.
Yeah. 7 new starters, just like Seahawks not the only team that blew up some stuff. They just blew up some pieces, got some same thing, all on defense. But now you 1 game within 1 game lead for the division in AFC South, man. And,
what up, buddy?
What's your mindset? How you feeling over there?
It comes down to this Bucks game.
Come back and make it in this all?
I'm definitely trying to make the playoffs. Here's the thing. Fuck a what if. I gotta win this Bucks game. We travel to Tampa Bay. We only going up the road and shit. Another Florida game. So we travel to Tampa Bay. We pull this win out right here, man. And then we get through these last 3 games and get into the playoffs. I think that's going to be a scary sight for these Jaguars to get themselves back into the playoffs right now. And if depending on how let's see the story be written right now. Well, I can see the story written right now, but it comes down to the pressure point of the Bucks right now. The Bucks, is going to decide my fate right now. Period. A loss here, we gonna be looking to looking for draft picks and all that shit and chilling. And just saying, you know, our season was a wash, and the story stops at we fought, man, but it just didn't happen. Or we win this game and we keep the story being written right now. Right now we almost near the end of the chapter of the book. Right now we at the close point of the end of the regular season, and if we get into the playoffs, then that's another chapter of the playoffs. That's another book that we get to write right now. So I like what's going on right now. I think we are hitting our stride, and we're starting to play football the way I've been playing, used to playing right now. And honestly, I need help from teams right now. I need the Bengals to beat his uncle, and I need the Saints to come out and do the same thing he did to me, which is be the AFC team right now. Go over there and win that shit. Them two win those games, and I can beat the Bucks. We're gonna have a situation over here right now.
And the Bucks balling over there. One of the big things, and here's one of the main focal points to talking about in the offseason and earlier shows, because last season he didn't make the playoffs. He went through some raise trades, didn't make the offseason that before. But I said, man, look, there's one thing. You go through stats. He's played with many different quarterbacks. He had his quarterback in the top 4 or 5 in the league. This, that, and the fourth. I know for a fact he'll be back next year.
Right.
Bucks back over there playing Buck football. Got his quarterback second in the league to Patty Mahomes. Like, he balling this shit. So that'll definitely be the game to look for a week next year. Definitely be a game to look out for, man. I told y'all he'll be right back in the mix.
That's a must tune in game.
About not developing some of these young players and teams, this, that, and the fourth. But he right back on top of that division over there.
And he only one game out. He only one game out from winning his division right now. But so the Jags could go from not looking like they're gonna make the playoffs at all to possibly getting a home field game in a wild card round. Because if they win a division, they sitting in the 3rd seed right away. So then they go, wait, no, they sitting at what, the 4th seed? 4th seed. Nah, because the 3rd seed, because the fucking AFC easy. Sitting in the 3rd seed right now, and then that'll make them play the Broncos in the playoffs. Wow, this shit real over here, man. Fellas, what y'all think, man? This is big over here. But the Texans, man, that's a fall. The Seahawks, that's a fall. Jags on a rise. Saints on a rise. Bucks on a rise. Broncos on a rise over here.
Ravens on the fall.
Ravens are on a fall right now. Let's talk about this.
Will this be the first year the AFC North don't send 3 teams?
Well, the Ravens, yeah, it's gonna be the first season. But look, the Ravens' fate comes down to your game tonight. Can you win a signature game? Can you? This is a signature. This is a big signature win for you. Can you do it?
Man, we out here. We know what he like to do. Know what he want to do. You ready?
This comes down to: are you gonna let the best running back on the game have a field day on you or not? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that hard to answer this question, bro.
We gonna break his ass the fuck up. He gonna stop running with him and have to pass. Or if he get broke, we gonna lay that wood to him every fucking time he step off and pass that line of scrimmage. Plain and simple, just like, whoa. Ain't no pause to it, just like that.
Whoa.
He gonna lay that, he gonna pop that shit out that motherfucker.
Whoa.
Make sure injuries is on. Whoa.
Yeah, make
You
sure
said pop the shit out of him?
Whoa.
Just like that.
Whoa. So you guys shot like, I mean,
sleep last night, but we gonna ball like, man, it's gonna be a good game. We gonna look to break that nigga neck, just like that.
Not only a couple shows ago. Matter of fact, our last show, because we haven't had a show since the argument show we had. The Ravens hopped on. We haven't had a show since the big argument. But the Ravens hopped on this bitch talking about, I ain't worrying about nobody on my schedule. They all wins. Remember that hitter? It's a win. And we like, are you right? Are you confidently really saying this, or you just talking that bullshit right now? Because he went down the stretch when he was talking about me on my 5-game losing streak and how Hollywood was running all by my corners and shit.
That's
me, bitch. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
He's playing 500 football right now, so like, He got to play, but he playing for both fight for playoff fight. It'll be a tough game. But
outside of the Bills, there's no real light work on his schedule. He might call you light work, but outside of the Bills, he got the Chiefs and the Bengals right now. Bengals got his number. So honestly, let's start off.
I mean, look at the teams he done lost. I mean, he done lost to a couple of teams.
Momentum.
Like shit, came out 2-0. Rams, that was a good game. He beat Rams.
He got blown out by the Bengals, 31-10.
Everything changed when he lost to the 49ers.
His season changed when he lost to the Niners because that's the game came out. Mar going to rush for 200-300 on Nano, this and that, and this was the OVO killer game right here. This is the breakup of the OVO.
That was the end of OVO.
Yeah, that was the end of OVO right here. This Nano game. 13-20. Nano talking about you ass, you know, without Mar, you ass.
I guess he got back to dancing the videos and shit that he came out with a win the next.
He was. Nah, he beat when he, bro.
35-14.
Nah, bro, listen, bro. When he beat me, he was on headset fast as hell that next day arguing and all that shit, talking about, oh, nah, we went up top on you, Hollywood, the best receiver in the league, all that good shit. 35-23. Right, then he got the 20-13. Then he had the computer game here. Then Crack came in 47-21 team. But this is funny. Watch this. Crack came in 47-21 team here. Then he had Hero Burgers, and this is when I knew he was going through some shit. When he was struggling with Hero Burgers, he thought he was great, do whatever he wanted on Hero Burgers, and he didn't. But then he came back and beat the Seahawks, so he's still comfortable. So when he had those 2 losses, he still was still in shit talking mode. But then he got the Texans, and we talking about it. Yo, Ant, I need you to beat the Browns for me. I got you, bro, but I need you to beat the Texans for me. I got you. I called him that night. Yo, where you at, bro? No, I'm watching TV with my wife. What happened to you in the Texans game? I ain't get a response. Have you seen him? Tell me, have you seen him? Tell me, have you seen him? Steelers came through. Now, he was winning this game, right? And it looked real impressive until Falk said this. You can't pitch 60 up on him. Yeah, man, I can do what I want when I want. All right, y'all see 24-27 because the game dropped. But this was a 62-48 game or some shit like that. Like, this got ugly. Crack was getting blown the fuck out in this game by at least 3 touchdowns, bro. And then came screaming back. He tried to put that 60 burger up, and that shit ain't working in his favor. And he got aired, and this is when you didn't know if he liked Madden no more or not. So then Knox got him 41-35. I was on headset with him. He came screaming back in this game because he was getting blown out 35-7. So he came screaming back in this game. And now he got the Colts, Bills, Chiefs, Bengals.
He ain't gonna make the playoffs.
It's safe to say it. Nah, he ain't making the playoffs this year. He can't. He can't lose no games right now.
He got to go undefeated. I don't see him going.
Does my boy Boone got the energy to motherfucking go undefeated and make the alls? Because he going to play Falk like it's a playoffs right now.
Yeah, he going to play all these games like it's a playoff. But,
man, so in a way, you wanting to beat the Chiefs, and you want to see Hitter beat the Chiefs. Crack really asked if I wanted to. He did. Look. Crack went back and watched the stream of that game, and this is what Boone said. Quote: Crack really asked if I wanted to, I could put up 50 and hold him under 24 points. And Falk said, you can't pitch 60 up on him. He said, yes, I can. And then he got his ass whooped.
So we'll just thank you, Falky.
Thank you, Falk. He got his ass whooped. All right, so that's a big fall, bro.
North tough. Them mugs beat up on each other, and that's just go to show and prove. I mean, he ain't got blown out. No games really. Too many games over here. A lot of his games been close, but the AFC, the AFC North is tough.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's the league crazy right now and how things is going. Let's go look at some of these awards right now. And let's talk about the separation of computer love and regular football going on right now. So Eric Dickerson II is league MVP right now, front runner. Lamar Jackson is trying to hold that title down for 2 years in a row. And we got a new name up here, Adric Lockley, the rookie running back over there in Cowboy Nation. And I remember when I asked him how you like your running back, it was how you like your linebackers. Well, I was asking because I knew how important this running back would be for him and his development. And I think Jungle's doing that.
I never see the day with Jungle pick a running back in the first line.
Yeah, I knew. Well, we got to see it before the league stopped when I got him to pick that running back at 5 when he won the Super Bowl that year. Right. And I told him the moment you run the ball and get yourself some running backs and start running the ball, the moment you start winning multiple Super Bowls. And he been on there ever since. But he won't never say, "Oh yeah, you did say that here," you know. But whatever, it is what it is. But this running back, and this is the difference between. And it's not his fault that he got to play computer games, but it's smart when you play the computers to work on a person you need to work on. And I think he's done that in 3 computer games this year. And Jungle never plays the computer, so obviously he understood how important building his running back was, because he had to be like, just give me the force win, and he wouldn't have been like, yo, let pity more auto. He had to just said, fuck that, just give me the force win. But he knew how important building his running back is, because I'm gonna keep going back to that Super Bowl we played. Nick Chubb got tired. He had nobody to come in and spill him, and that hurt him in our game. When I had work done, he only had Chubb, and once Chubb wasn't able to get going and he got tired on runs where you needed to give him one more carry, you didn't have that other back to come in and spell him at all. But that's why I'm saying I'm going to the schedule. I'm going to the schedule because if you look at, matter of fact, before I go to the schedule, let's just go look at the stats itself. I'm not going. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm not going to go to. I was at awards, but I'm leaving that and I'm going to player stats. And I'm going to go to the NFL, and I'm gonna show you something. Here's the difference when people play their games and when people don't play their games right now. So Patrick Mahomes offensively in the passing game has now jumped up to 3,883 yards. In a season where the Bucks has played every last one of his games, and the games he didn't play the computer. 3,299 yards passing, right? Patrick Mahomes has 44 touchdowns. Bolton has 33 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes has 27 INTs. Bolton has 18. 63%, 54%. Kyler Murray, 3rd. Jalen McCain, 4th in passing yards. Kingsbury, which is computer love because he barely played his games. And then you got Daniel Jones sitting here. Tom Cruise, who barely played his games as well. So when you go to most touchdowns in the league, Mahomes with 44, Bolton with 33, Chase Ward with 29, Kyler Murray at 4th with 27, Jalen McCain 27, tied at 5th. All right, let's get to the rushing game. The most carries on the season is Lockley, Adric Lockley with 261. Has you ever thought you would see a time where Jungle had the most carries out of running backs?
Got more carries than Bo?
He got more carries than Bo, bro.
Yeah, man, golly. Hey, that's building that rookie.
Building that rookie. But look, 1,799 yards, 6.9, 22 touchdowns right now. We do have a 2,000-yard back right now, Eric Dickerson, averaging 8.1, 2,000 on the dot. But Lockley comes 1,799. But the difference between Bo Jackson not being second and Lockley being second is those computer games. Again, it's not Jungle's fault that people ain't playing or didn't play the game or whatever the case may be, but that's how important it is. Now, so I say that to go to the schedule, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So when I continue to talk about this is not, and I swear to God, I don't want Jungle hopping on talking about, oh, he trying to play me out, this and that, because Falk has played 4 computer games this year, which turned a lot of shit around for his stat-wise over there. All right, so let's go to the Cowboys. When was the first computer game played? He played the Dolphins, then played the Redskins, played the Giants, played the Rams, played the Seahawks. He played the Lions. All right, here we go. Cardinals. 30 carries. And this is why I tell you, because when you play on a computer, it's not easy to get rushing yards, so you got to do shit like this. Gave his running back 30 carries for 157 yards, 5.2 and 4 touchdowns. That's a stat builder game, right? That's the Cardinals. Redskins, he didn't play that. Eagles, I think, did I put Tata on auto for him? Because he, no, Tata conceded. Jets, he played. Bills, another computer game. 28 carries, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, just those 2 games alone, though, Pitt, Bo Jackson, you can't have a bad game in those moments, because those 2 computer games. And that's not to say he wouldn't have did that to them, because what I think happens in those games is his running back don't carry the ball 30 times for 100 yards. He carries 16 times for 100 yards. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus the computer. Computer is harder. It's hard to run on a computer versus passing on them. You could dot the computer up if you catch them in the right shit. You understand what the computer is going to do to you. The moment you look at the play arc on the computer and see what they picking when you pick out pass plays is the moment you can throw for fucking 400 or 500 yards on them. But if you don't pay attention to it, then you're not going to throw it. They pick the same play. That the user pick. You just gotta see it.
Just you gotta know the rotation.
Yeah, it ain't that easy to run.
It comes down to the user though, because like I said, the computer picks all the plays the user picks.
Like when I played the Titans, they picked the exact same day.
Then the computer gonna sit in cover 3. If they pick cover 4, then the computer gonna sit in cover 4.
Yep. All right. So, with that being said, then the main stats I want to talk about is when you get over here and you look at the how good the league really is right now. And this is where some of you guys that got us playing a computer all the time is starting to be a pain in the ass, and it's going to make me end up saying no more computer playing just for us winning it, because I want to go to the defensive side of things, and I want to look at the sacks. All right. So we know Prince Zuko usually be in the 20s in sacks every year, right? All y'all agree with me with that?
Yep.
Prince Zuko is always 20 plus sacks, right? So now we in a year where he got 17 and a half. Rookie Roy Mathis was 17, right? And I'm quite sure a couple of them was a computer game too, but still, he still got it. Gruger plays all his game at 16 and a half. So we was having a year where we were all under, with 3 games left, we're under anybody having 20 sacks. That's a good year, bro. And then all of a sudden, Simeon Rice Jr. sitting here with 30 of them. I go to his games and point out, and I'm not trying to play him out or nothing like that, but this is the effect of people not playing their games, saying, nah, go ahead, take the win. Play Pitt, because you're getting Pitt on auto the moment you play, you give one of us the motherfucking go. If you give me, take the first one, you're going to fuck on auto, because I want to play my games. So you can't blame guys for wanting to play the computer. That's why I always been the type of guy to say y'all can play the computer, just don't break rules. And none of them is breaking rules. But Simeon Rice is a dog, but he's a super dog going into the playoffs because of 4 computer games. Because in them 4 games is where he got the majority of his 30 sacks. So you take those computer games away and you cut those sacks, how many sacks he had in the 4 computer games versus how many sacks he had in all his games he played, and you do an average and you do the math, he's still down there with 17, somewhere between 12 and 17 sacks. So now that makes the league look like, all right, the offensive line play got better. Everybody's not nobody just running around dogging getting to the quarterback all crazy. It would be a what's name, and now he's 15 sacks in front of everybody because he had those 4 computer games where this guy averaging 5 sacks a game.
Say that is like, shit, if he wanted to do that first day, he couldn't line up and do it.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, he cannot. He can't. No, he can't. He can't, because if he could, he would have did it. I just went through all his games. I'm not going to do it now because I'm not picking on him. I'm trying to get guys to understand how playing your games is important, bro. A lot of these guys see him and be like, nah, I ain't playing. Fuck it, take the force. A lot of these guys see Jungle and be like, I ain't playing that, man. Fuck it, take the force. You can't do that to active users because we want to play games, bro. We don't want to lose those stats. We don't want to sit here and let the computer give us our stats. We playing our fucking games. So I ain't blaming him. I ain't mad at him. I'm just saying, if you look at these stats, the balance is the fuck there until 4 people don't play him. And now he shoots. He's a sky length away from everybody else with sacks wise, and really that's not the case. Really, the case is Zuko is the guy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's big, bro. That's big. Where I'm playing all my games and and this ain't his fault at all, bro, because he can, like you said, I ain't talking about offensively, because offensively he can do whatever he do to the computer, he can do to a user offensively. All right, that's just play your games. All right, now I'm not taking away from his greatness and not like that at all, or Jungle's greatness, or my greatness. What I just did to Harold Burger's computer before I throwing the ball. I ain't taking away from that. I'm just saying, you know, y'all got to stop. You know what I mean? Like, I played Harold Burger yesterday. He decided to excessively grieve me. He was in his bag. He wanted to piss me off. He wanted to be annoying instead of playing a game. But we not going to take away this right here, though. Ray Lewis with 13 sacks, 15 INTs on the year. 73 total tackles right now. This guy got more picks than DBs right now. Is this the best middle linebacker we've ever seen?
A lot of aspects, like you said, he didn't have 4 computer games with him. So
but these stats ain't them 15. This is him. This is him with Ray Lewis, bro. This is not line up and meta blitz the shit out the computer, bro. This is not that.
The same thing last year.
This is him using. This is him. This is him. But this is greatness right now, though. Like, you go look at the stats on 3 seasons with this guy. 7 sacks. 7 picks. Right now he's in his zone. He uses this guy. 13 sacks, 15 INTs, bro. In a career, he got more more punt return. More INT returns than any DB in the game. Y'all listening to what I'm saying right now?
Man, hey, you gotta pay that man, bro.
Yeah, I know what he does. Trust me.
So you see him twice a year, huh?
Yeah, I know what he does. And I be on mics with him when he plays games. I watch his games with him.
When he woo, baby.
Yeah, when he do, we on mic together. He talking to me. You see that hitter? You see that? And I see what he doing.
He's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
I just know, and when we talk about him, we talk about how great he is on offense and all that. And the one thing I know, he had never said to me, but the one thing I know is he is more intrigued on what he's doing with his defense right now than anything. But I just want you to see this. INTs,
offense
touchdowns.
Is easy. Defense is where it's fun at. That's where it comes down to. That's how we do it in the West.
In 3 seasons, Ray Lewis has 8 touchdown returns, 8 INTs to the crib in 3 seasons.
So only linebacker we could really even halfway make real arguments for is the Giants linebacker that who has that greedy kid.
Well, when you're talking about middle linebackers, nah, because the Bengals got a really good middle linebacker as well.
Bengals too, right.
When you talk about middle linebackers in the NFL, we talk about, all right, so let's talk about our era. So from the time we started this league to where we at right now, let's look who's leading the league in interceptions. Marcus Peters got 55 and Slay, but you take them out of it because they had those extra seasons. Gilmore, Howard, all right, Marcus Williams, I would say he's up there. Lattimore's up there. Chase Ward, this is another guy who he got with 31 INTs right now. Tyler Matthews, no. Humphreys, I want to go to J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Myles Garrett, Mac Donald, T.J. Watt. That's huge, 112 sacks. That's 112 sacks right now, bro, from outside linebacker. And Brian Burns with 78.5. It's a nice little drop off, but when you talk about INTs, I'm back to them INTs right now. They're not going to show him as all, but he got 29 INTs or 31 or something like that. as at middle linebacker, bro. That's big. That's big. So the stats are adding up, and this is why we keep in this lead, because at the end of everything, you get to see the NFL record. Once this is over with, you get to see your guys' names surpassing people like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and them, and passing yards, passing touchdowns, and shit like that. Like, I can't wait to see this type of stuff. So that's huge right now, man. So coach of the year right now, fellas. Who would you say your top 3 coaches of the year are?
Shit. Chiefs undefeated, Saints. Oh man, it's a lot. I don't know, it's a lot. I ain't even looking thing, but you got Chiefs, they undefeated. You got the Saints who lost 1 or 2 games.
I think the Saints GM and coaching. I like the Bucks this year. The Chiefs does this every year, so like for him to really win a coach.
A little bit different.
I understand that, but for him to get coach of the year, we will have to wait to the end of the playoffs to give him coach of the year. But he does this every year though, man. Like so I like what I'm saying. But any new faces up here, as far as award-wise, I want to see any new faces, or we got the same guys making noise.
Right now, Broncos 10-2.
Yeah, that's coach of the year right now. That's coach of the year talk right now. But I stopped off with the MVP, and our top 10 are Dickerson, Lamar Jackson, Lockley, Beckwith, Spencer, Ray Lewis. Wow, that's 6. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Foster, Barkley, and Ronald Jones. And that's big for the Bucks to have his running back up here. So the AFC Offensive Player of the Year: Lamar Jackson, Spencer, Barkley, Bo Jackson, Extension, Foster, Mahomes, Calvin, Cohen, and Holiday. NFC: Dickerson, Lockley, Beckwith, Ronald Jones, Miles Sanders, Bolton, Colvin, Tharp, Hill, and McCaffrey. Defensive Player of the Year right now. NFC: Reedy. This is like his 3rd time being up here. Roosevelt Pill always there. Pepper Johnson always there. Pemberton always there. Anthony Meeks, Lester, Montauk, whatever, Hubert, Williams, and Gruger. AFC: Ray Lewis, Simeon Rice, Zuko, Waddle, Russell, Josh Allen, Stonebreaker, Patrick Willis Jr., Cashman, and Adams. Rookies offense: Cliff Holiday has the #1 spot. Jabari Pratt right now. Jabari Pratt has hit his stride now, bro. Definitely stepped into the #1 role over here. But it's a big race between Cliff Holiday and him right now. DJ Pill, I love this little 5'9" guy over there for the Raiders right now. Cecil Collins II, Carl Foster, the backup running back for the Bengals. Eric Oliver, right. And whoever this guy is, I can't stand his name. Ray Cash, Natron Means, and Randy Moss II. I'm about to take that 2nd off of Moss so they can say his name too. NFC Offensive Rookies of the Year: Lockley, Colvin, Leak, Chris Leak up there. Running back: Blake Benier, Chris James, Jerry Cheeks, Richmond, Byram, Bird, and Capers. All right, rookies, defensive rookies: Mathis, Pollock, Salas, Lauredale, Galindo, Rogers, Eric Wright Jr., Castle, Navarre Bowman, and Gage. AFC defensive rookies: Waddle, Denario Waddle from Florida State, whoever that guy name is, Rockley, whoever that guy name is, Shad Bake, Chad Jones II, Blunt, Smoker Blunt, Laura Milloy, Solomon Burris, and whoever that guy name is. What the fuck? Best quarterbacks over here: Patrick Mahomes, Chase Ward, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray should really be in the top 3 here. I don't know how he's dropping games now.
They done lost 4 games in a row, 3 games in a row. So like he was one of the people that would have been up for the coach and even GM with the moves he made.
Right.
But like if you putting that coach and GM in that same basket, like losing games right now down the stretch, it's gonna be a tough part of the schedule.
And Kyrie Bolton is the quarterback right now, #1. McLean #2. Tom Cruise 3. Jamal 4. Chris Leak 5. Best running backs in the NFC: Dickerson, Lockley, Beckwith, Ronald Jones, Sanders, Calvin, and Tharp. AFC, you got Spencer, Foster, Barkley, Extension, Bo Jackson, Cohen, Holiday, Braxton, Falk, and Henry. Best wide receivers in the AFC: Calvin Johnson jumped back up to number 1. Hollywood 2. He got Hardman at 3. So he got both his receivers up there. Sheldon Ward. But we had this argument too the other day. We went through career stats, and once you take away the guys that have been in the league for 7 to 8 years before these guys that I'm talking about was in the league, showing the stats, and he was like, well, Sheldon got a year in front of Calvin. I'm like, that's fine, I get it. But Sheldon Ward, if you look at career stats over him, he's still, right now, I still hold him as the number 1 receiver in the league. Right now, still. But in the AFC, you're looking at, you got Calvin Johnson and Hardman at 1 and 3, Hollywood Brown at 2, Pratt stepped up to 5, DJ Pill, Peter Warrick at 7, Odell Beckham, Metcalf the 2nd, and Irvin Fryer. Sorry, my bad, fellas. NFC, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf has been doing the same shit every year. Jaquez Green, though, that's a step up for the Saints. Curtis Samuel's been up there. He made a hell of a call to bomb. It's the old Joey Galloway Jr. So I like that. Let's go best D line right now. Roy Mathis, the rookie. Greg Bradham, Davenport, Burns, Barkley, Ward, Pollock, Bosa, Barrow, and Sweat. That's the NFC. AFC. Best D-line, Simeon Rice, Josh Allen, Bruce Smith Jr., Amani Arrington, Harold Landry had 6 sacks on me yesterday, Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, Carl Lawson, Sweat, and Clowney. Best linebackers in the AFC, Ray Lewis, Zuko, Stonebreaker, Waddle, Patrick Willis Jr., Brian Cushing Jr., Darren Lee, Sapp, Kelly, and Cashman. NFC, you got Roosevelt Pill, who's there every year, Lester, who's there every year, Panthers linebacker, Pepper Johnson's there. You got Gruger Hill, Meeks, Williams, Ebonkamp, Permerton, and Pounds. I don't see no Reedy over here. What's going on with Reedy this year?
He's being snubbed.
Alright, so best DBs, Kyle Reedy, Stephen Hubert, Sheldrick Redwine, Nasir Adderley, Alante Lindsey, Denzel Ward, Bud Burgess, Jair Alexander, Marcus Williams, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. AFC DBs, Raquel Russell, Sean Bowen, Chavarius Ward, Sean Lockdown. This guy just dominating the stats. He got 3 DBs up there. Corey Webster, Deontay Saxton, Sean Teller, that's the 4th DB. Pickens up here, that's another one. Teller May. So you got one. The West is balling with their players right now. Slim Pickens, Taylor Mays, that's 2. Thought I saw somebody else from you. So you got 2. All right, so you got Chiefs got 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3. All right, so they the awards right now. Chasing those awards. Let's go, fellas. And that's our show. Say it. I'm not saying those names, crack. All right, man. This is the franchise guru, hitter the spitter, and the late night voice, Steve Smith Jr. Holler when we holler at y'all. Good show, fellas.